Hello everyone, my name is Himanshu Sharma, and in this video, we will continue with our Spring AI journey. In the previous video, we see how we can create an application which interact with different LLM models, and they were running on our local ollama setup. We also went through how we can use advisors to perform logging and to change the incoming prompt request. So in this video, we will do three more things. First one, we'll see how you can configure the options, the chat options, so that you will get more appropriate result as per your requirement. And second thing we can do is we will be structuring the output so that the response we are getting from the Alama that can be directly mapped to a DTO. And the third and the last one is we will be hosting another LLM model, which is Lava and is for image processing. So let's get started. And first, let's create a controller. Okay, let's before that, here I'm going to create a new bean, which will be same as llama only. So you can define model is going to be llama 3.2 only. All right. And then here I'm going to say chat client, name it. Let's copy paste this on this one. And yeah, that's it. So see, this bean and our previous chat client bean, they both are using Llama 3. The only thing is this is in this case there is no customization. Everything is default, no customization done yet. Okay. And now we are going to use this bean for this video and we'll modify as we proceed. All right, so let's create a controller first. Oh, right, and this time I'm going to uh, just comment all this thing. I'm not going to go for the run method. All right. And instead, we will use our controller. Oh, create a plan. All right. And then you can say it's a REST controller and doing a request mapping of, say, all model. Right. And then say, like, well, we will not be returning anything. We will print everything in the console. So just we'll invoke this method from an API call. All right, so you say mm, data, and then this is going to be our request body, and then that's it. It will be our post mapping. All right, so here I'm going to use the new one, chat client llama, right? So let's copy this and paste it over here. The parameter, that's it, fine. And let's quickly test it out. So we say chat client llama dot prompt. Uh, okay, we'll pass the data here and we call it's so yep, let's add our data like this done. All right. So we just create a controller and it will simply send the data which we are passing in our request and it will print the result from the LLM. All right. So it is currently connected to our Llama 3.2 model and this bean is configured in our client config over here. All right, so let's go to our controller and let's open the endpoints. Here we are getting it, and let's start our application. All right, application started, and let's send our prompt. So, who are you? See, submit a request, and we got, oh, okay. Sorry, we need to add content. Right, let's restart and submit the request again. Yes, we are getting the response. All right, so our controller is working, our model is listening, and yeah, we are good. All right, so first thing, the options part. So let me show you one key here, this one. All right. So this is the Spring AI website, and here you can go for ollama, and here you can see the list of options which you can change. So I'm also currently learning on LLM, so I don't have much of idea of each and every options for this now. But let's target for this one. This one looks promising. And so what it is saying is top K. Reduce the probability of generating nonsense. A higher value will give more diverse answers, while a lower value will be more conservative. And these are the default values. So currently the top K default value is 40, and top P is what works together with top K. Higher value will lead to more diverse text, while a lower value will generate more focused and conservative text. But this value is more in terms of decimals, like 0.9. So looks like both are interrelated. And yeah, let's test them out, because what I'm getting is that it is saying that if we lower this value, we will be getting more conservative responses, while if we increase their values, we will be getting more creative one or maybe more diverse responses, right? So let's test it. All right, so here we need to change the chat options. So how we can do that is, so there are two approaches. First one is you can update in the config, okay? And second one is you can update in your prompt itself. All right. So yeah, but let's see the default behavior. So what I'm going to do is let me change my prompt. Let me make it more uh something more to give a more elaborate result. Okay. So how okay, let's see. What should be the strategy against an aggressive opponent in English football? Right. So this is my prompt. What should be the strategy against an aggressive opponent in English football? And let's see what our model currently responds. So I'll submit the request and be taking time, and that's good for us so we get more details. Okay. So against an aggressive opponent in English football, a team strategy can focus on counter-attacking and nullifying their attacking threat. Some key consideration, defend deep, and all these things. So we get a list of 10 points here. And finally, by implementing these strategies, you can neutralize and all. Okay. So let me do one more thing. As per the description of top K and top P, they were saying that you will be getting more diverse results, right? So let's submit it again. And let's see what we get now. All right. See, we get a different response, right? So in the previous one, uh, over here, against an aggressive, see the even the starting point is also getting changed. Aggressive against an aggressive opponent, English football, a common strategy could involve. That's it. and then it started going for the points. And in the previous one, it gives us a one more sentence: a team strategy can focus on these things, right? So let's submit one more time and let's see what it gives. Right, so you see the options like here, be patient and adaptable. Here it is adapting to the opponent tactics. So you're getting different responses. All right, so here we get a completely different one. Here it is some popular tactics, gen processing, all. So we are getting a diverse results. So let's modify our options so that our responses looks more consistent. So let's head to the config here, and in the default options, while where we are specifying the model, here you can specify uh, the both these values, top P, top K, right? So let's go with our first one, which is our top P. And top P, as per the document, is something in decimal places. So let's reduce this thing and let's make it. And top K also, let's reduce it to 2. So current default value was 40, and for here it was 0.9. And we drastically reduced them to 0.1 and 2. We want very conservative results. We don't want too much diversity in our responses. And let's see what's going to happen now. I will restart the application. All right, clear the console, and I'm going to submit the request again. All right, so we get this one, and let's submit one more time. And yes, you see, we are getting the exact same. This time, it looks like we get the exact same result, right? So it's more consistent. Even the last line is also exactly same. You see, if I'm selecting the above one, the below one is also getting highlighted, right? It's exact same one, right? And let's submit one more time and see if there is any diversity left or yeah, it's still giving me the exact same. So the point is, uh, it have its pros and cons. The benefit is like I'm getting the consistent result every time, so that's good. But then I am losing the creativity part here. So whatever response I got, I got. Okay. So now this is one way of defining your default option. So let's say you created this and you define this with as a base options. And now you have the option to make the changes over here also. So for that, what I'm going to do is I will just change, I will make some modifications here on how I can call the chat client. So I will not pass the data here right away. Instead, I need to create a prompt first. So I will create a prompt object like not like this, but I don't know why it is giving me. So you have option to create prompt like this, right? So let's select the message one. Okay, and actually we have different kind of messages here in Spring AI. So the message is like you have user message, system message. So it segregates like okay, uh, this is meant for a user request, right? So say user message like this. All right. So we create a message object and then we are going to use this in our prompt like this. So if you remember in the previous video when we were doing the advisor thing, so in one of the advisor we were actually manipulating the system call, the system message. So where was that? Yeah, sorry, this one, not the advisor, but here. So here we are passing the user message and then here we are changing the system behavior. So this is more for a system. So similarly, system message is representing for the for system behavior. User message, we are for the user request. So, all right. So this is user request. We are saying user message data, and we are sending it as part of our prompt. And then here I'm not going to prompt. Instead, I will make a call. Wait, I will make a prompt. Sorry, yeah. But here I will use prompt. Prompt. Yes, and then we can make a call. Yes, right. So here user message is this one and prompt, and then this is fine. All right. And while creating this prompt, actually here mm, you can specify few more things, right? So let's go to prompt once. Okay, so we have different ways to create a prompt, right? So one is I will pass a message, right? And then I have another option to provide the chat options, right? And let's do that here. So we'll say user message, and then here I'm gonna say ollama options dot builder dot build, right? And then here I can specify the top k value and the top p value, right? So let's do it. So top k value is our what 2, right? And top p value was okay. So there it was 2. So let's make it a higher value. Let's make it as 10, and here let's make it as 5. So now what I'm doing is I'm actually overriding what is mentioned in my bean config. Bean. So let's restart the application and let's see the impact here. And let's clear it out. All right, prompt is still the same. I will just submit the request. And all right, so by employing these strategies, okay, let's submit another request. Um, it should be, yeah. See, we again start getting diverse responses. Here I'm getting some popular tactics also. In the previous one, I'm not getting that one, but I'm getting a more concise response. So the point is you can change the options while sending a prompt or while creating the uh, during the bean. And while discussing, let me check once. Actually, you can send it like this also. Let's try this one. Because when we are looking into the prompt, there is one more option here, which is this one. Let's see if this works. Then in that case, you don't even need the user message also. So let's try and send the same thing again. Yeah, it will work. Yeah, it works. Right. So basically, yeah, you can send the data directly also, but user messages, system messages, these are the uh, actually signify or gives you more presentable code, and that will help you that okay, this input or this content which I'm passing is more for the user message. And yeah, that's it. So this is for the our prompt, the options change thing. All right, so let's keep our user message only. Get a new way to know things. That's good one. And all right, so next, coming on to the next point is our structure output. So let's say I want a structure output. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use this one. Uh, all right, let's do one thing. Let's comment it out for now. And all right, so let's change our input prompt. The input prompt is going to be how to prepare a tea, right? And what I'm going to do is I will just call this method again. Let's do one thing. Let's copy this thing. So this is our, let's do a separator first. Uh, it's, why it is giving spaces. All right. So now here, what I'm going to do is I will create a new prompt. So let's reuse the same code here also. And let's say T message. Okay, let's do it like this, T message. And then we will pass this T message here. And I'm not going to customize the options for this. And then I will prompt the T response. All right. And then we will print the T response. Okay. And let's show it. Oh, okay, let these be here only. Fine. And let's rerun our application. Clear out and let's submit the request how to prepare a tea. Oh, should be content. Let's restart and submit. Let's see what we get here. Um, all right. So it's giving me steps, right? Step one, choose your tea, select type of your tea you want to brew, all that, those things, right? And that's it. So let's say how to prepare a tea and yeah, give me in okay, let's keep it like this only. How to prepare a tea. And let's do one thing. Let's create a so the thing is so the thing is we are getting different steps, right? Step six, then there is something step five strain and so all these things. So what I want is I want this response to become in steps, right? So like how to prepare a tea in steps. Do it like this and see we get what we are looking for is okay, yeah, like this. All right, so now what I want is I want this to be a structured output so that I will provide the schema that okay, fill these details in these blocks, okay, and then whatever the details LLM generate, it should put in those in that DTO. So let's create a model here first. So let's create a package here. And the package is first one I'm going to create a Java class and let's say T data, right? And here I'm going to say list of T. Okay, wait. Let's create one more model first, which is going to be our T step. Right. So T step will contain what? It will contain a uh, step, and then it will also contain an integer, let's say ID. All right. And let's create the getters setters for the one. All right, and then let it go. Okay. All right. So here I'm going to say JSON property, and here I'm going to specify value equal step. Okay, and I want this same thing. I will do for this one. Value is ID, and I need this. Now I will go to T data, and here I'm going to say list of T step is going to be my steps, and and the second one is actually, yeah, that's it. I want the t steps in a t data object, and then here I'm going to say JSON property value, and it's going to be steps. And I want it true. All right. Uh, Fine. So now in my controller, I'm going to say that give me the response, but in this format, t data t step. So how I'm going to do that is we will create an output converter. So first thing, let's create an uh, right. We have to create a new bean output converter, right? And here I'm going to specify my parent class, which is t data, right? This one. Say, yeah, that's good. T data output converter. And in the meantime, let's put our endpoints on the side. All right. Okay, so T data output converter, and then this is our T message. This is fine. Now prompt, let's make it a prompt T. Let's make a prompt T. Or fine. And then here in the builder part, I can specify that what format I need. So in the format section, I can say T data input converter dot get JSON schema map. You need to select this one map, and that's it. This is the schema I'm telling to the promptee. And yeah, we send it and let's see the response. Let's check the response. How will this look like? So let's restart the application. Mm, There are it, how to prepare a tea. Our prompt is still the same. Submit request. And yes, see, this is how the schema. Based on the schema, now your response is more in a JSON format. This content part, we need to map it to our DTO. So this is currently as a string, right? So how we can do that? We have our, still we have this converter. So we will use the same converter here. And then in convert, we will specify the response. So T response dot content, we'll put it over here. And then this will give me back the T data. Yes, so we get our T data. And then let's print our T data. But I know it will give me just an object. So let's do one thing over here and let's override. Let's define the to string, right? And then this we will do the same thing over here and we get the to string. All right. Okay. And let's see what we get now. We'll comment out. Okay, let's separate it with our separators. So first we will get the content and then we will get the tdata object. So let's restart our application. Clear submit. So this is our, see, this is our response we get from LLM, and this is how our object got mapped. So we have ID specified as the ID2, ID1, and then we have step as step one, step two, like this, right? All right. So this is how you can map it to your data. And now the third thing, and the third one is our image one. So in the third part, let me stop the application for now, and let me go over here. So I have downloaded one more model, which is Lava. So this model is for image processing. So basically, you need to select the appropriate model while based upon what you're trying to achieve. So if you are trying to uh, play with images, you need to go for a model which is capable of handling the images. If you want to play with chat, you need to look for a model which is capable of handling chat. There are models which are single model can be available to perform all both the tasks. Okay, but for now, Llama 3.2 is more for the images, sorry, for the text, and for the Lava, I'm going to use for the image processing. And for the image, I have one image downloaded. So this is the image I have. Okay, and I'm going to prompt this image to Lava and ask Lava about how you can describe this image. All right, so let's copy this and paste it over here, comment this out, and now this is going to be our image area. All right, so first thing is I will access my image, which is tulip.js. So we'll say class path resource, and here I'm going to specify tulip.jpg. All right, this one and local variable. That's it, fine. And then here again, I'm going to create a user message, but this time my user message is about a media file, right? So I'm to say user uh, message, and for me, the message is explain what do you see on this picture, right? And which picture I'm talking about, I will send that picture also. So I will say create new media here, and then my title dot going to be our APG image, and then class path resource, right? And then introduce local variable, and again it is our image message. All right, done. Close it over here. Main, what do you see on this picture? And all right, so this is our user message now. And now I need to call the, okay, I need to create the prompt first. So for that, I will again, okay, use this one, just here, paste it, and let's uncomment these. And here, I'm going to send image message. I'm not going to use builders, but, and here it is a very interesting thing. I don't need to change any config. Okay, I don't need to specify anything in the YAML. Since this model is already running on my ollama and my ollama endpoint is already provided in my config, so I will just specify a model here, and I will say ollama model dot lava, this one. That's it. So now this prompt will go to the lava model. All right. And then this is going to be our, yeah, this is fine. And then let's say content. Image prompt would be this. All right. Now let's run it. So this time I'm not using the data string which I'm passing, but I will invoke using the same endpoint. So this message have zero relevance in this scenario because the message is actually over here. All right. So let's submit the request. Or let's put the message here. Okay, let's do that. We can see, let's put it over here. All right. And then, yeah, let's use it. Let's see what happens. All right. Now I'm submitting my request here. And let's see what it understand with this image. Okay, so the image shows a vibrant and colorful scene of a field filled with colors. Flowers are in full bloom. So it is able to understand the image. So let's change what, okay, colors, what color do you see in this picture, right? Let's see what all colors it LLM understand. The image shows a variety of color, the tulips with red, yellow, and white, as well as green stems. Okay, let's see over here. All right, and all right. So the image shows a variety of colors, tulips with red, yes, yellow, and white petals. Yeah, that's nice. And green stems. Okay, great. Background feature blurred field. Okay, yeah, that's nice. It understand that the background is actually blurred. Field of flowers in shades of blue, purple, and pink. Okay, and orange. Oh, that's nice. So it is able to understand very nicely the whole picture. Even I did not get these things at first glance, but yeah. So yes, so our lava model is actually running good and is able to explain the picture. So that's nice. All right. So that's all in this. So we covered three things today, and starting with how you can change the options to get more precise results or more diverse results based on your requirement. Then we see how you can structure, like ask LLM to give in a specified format, and then you can use the same converter to map that data into your into your model. And then finally, we see how you can interact with the image model and get the responses. So, all right. So that's all in this video. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.